everyone, welcome back to Travel Spin. My name is Ariel and today I am at Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando for my very first time. I am so excited to start my Halloween Horror Nights journey. I just had a little bit of dinner over at the Minions Cafe. It was like some kind of ramen, but it was okay. I definitely wouldn't get it again. It was a little disappointing. It was kind of dry, and the broth tasted good, but that was the only thing I liked about it. It was cute too, but I wish it tasted as good as it looked. I didn't really care. I was just hungry and needed some food. So I'm about to do the Stay and Scream. This is my first time ever to Halloween Horror Nights, so I know nothing about this event except for what I've seen from other YouTubers and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go with the flow and have the best time that I can. I also have the Express Pass, so I'll hopefully be able to hit up as many houses as possible, maybe all of them, but if not, I'm still really excited. I'm going to try to do the Stranger Things house and the Last of Us house are the two must-dos tonight, but then I also really want to see the Universal Monsters Unmasked. I'm very excited for that. I love classic monster movies, so that one is going to be perfect for me as well. And without further ado, if you guys are ready, let's go get scared.
Halloween Horror Nights is a separate ticketed event held at Hollywood Studios each year to celebrate the Halloween season. This 2023 HHN started September 1st and will be going through November 4th on select nights throughout those months. The tickets, express passes, and RIP tours sell out fast, so make sure that you get your tickets as soon as they go on sale. I bought mine way back in July to prepare for this event. If you'd like to do Stay and Scream, you must have a day ticket or an annual pass that does not have a blackout date for the day you wish to attend. I had an annual pass, so I entered the park around 2 o'clock and had time to grab some coffee and food before I started to line up. Universal Orlando has a few Stay and Scream zones to choose from. I decided to get in line for the New York area because it had 3 houses available, including the one that I wanted the most, Stranger Things. First, the Universal team members had us line up next to the Bake My Day bakery down the street from the Transformers ride, and around 3:15 in the afternoon, the line looked really bad, but the wait was short because it did not take long until they began letting us into the area. Once I got in the front of the line, they scanned my Halloween Horror Nights ticket and I was in. Inside the Stay and Scream zone, they had a few food and drink booths open. From here, you could choose what line for the house that you wanted to enter first. When you enter the Stay and Scream, make sure you pick up your HHN map so you won't get lost. Being lost in a horror movie is never a good thing.
Okay, that line looked really scary, but it was not too bad. And then once you get into the New York zone, it's really open right now, but I am going to get into another line. That was the line to get into the Stay and Scream. Once they scan your ticket for the Halloween Horror Nights, because it is a separate ticketed event, once you get that scanned, then they'll let you into this like block of New York that they have sanctioned off for just the Stay and Scream, and then we're going to get in another line to wait until they open the houses. I'm not sure what time they open the houses. I've heard they open them a little bit earlier for the Stay and Scream people, but again, this is my first time. I'm not sure, so I'm figuring everything out as we go, but I'm so excited to be here. Also, I don't know if I showed you, but I have my See You in the Fog shirt, so I'm super excited about that. And yesterday, I went and picked up a Halloween Horror Nights Stranger Things lanyard. It's got the house and RIP. It's got Eddie at the bottom playing his guitar. Rest in peace, Eddie. Unsurprisingly, the two popular houses here tonight is going to be Stranger Things and The Last of Us. I decided to just wait in the Stranger Things lines and get that out of the way first. And then I hopefully will be able to go on The Last of Us. We'll see. It's 5:03 and we just started moving, so I have the Express Pass, so some of these people will be going to Standby and I'll be going to Express. I just got out of the Stranger Things house and it was really, really great. Stranger Things house was amazing. They had everything that I wanted. It's all from season 4, so they had Chrissy dying on the ceiling and Eddie yelling at her, and they had Dustin and Eddie fighting off bats, which was super cool. They had Elle blasting Vecna, aka Henry, into the wall and everything. It was so cool. HHN hasn't even really started yet. They haven't even let in the rest of the guests on the outside of the park. It is 5:29 right now and I've already been through one house. Also, the Express is totally worth it. I know it's expensive, but I think it's worth it. I already went on one house and I just blew right by the line. However, the line was super long in the back lot area, but it was moving. I mean, it's going to slow up when more and more people come in, like the other guests who are on the outside are going to come in here and clog up the Express line. But at the time, they were moving pretty good. So if you can come and do Stay and Scream, I would highly recommend it, especially if it's your first time. And then get the Express so that way you can hit up as many houses as possible. I'm going to try to hit up all the houses. If I can't tonight, that's okay. But I'm glad that I at least did Stranger Things, and Dueling Dragons is over here to my right, and I think I'm going to go do that one really quick to get that one out of the way. Okay, see, I just got off of Stranger Things, went to the restroom, came back. The wait is now 65 minutes, and the line inside the soundstage is way long, and the line starts where I walked in and is all the way around the block and down that road. So that is for Stranger Things. I'm about to go on Dueling Dragons right now. I'm very excited about this one. So it looks like Yeti opens at 6 and Dueling Dragons is only a 15-minute wait. All right, I'll see you guys on the other side. The scare actors just came out. The party is about to really kick off here. So the zone I'm in is like some kind of a hippie vampire camp. So they've got hippie vampires walking around to scare everybody. Woo! Fog machines! Let's go through the fog. Just like my shirt says, see you in the fog. I saw you in the fog. Okay, I have switched to my good camera now. I was on my phone because when I was in the Stay and Scream, we just got moving in this big line and I didn't have time to pull out my camera and put it away and stuff. I just did 3 houses and I already got those done and it's just 6:21 right now. So I got to go on Stranger Things already, Dueling Dragons, and Yeti. And they were all really great. I already explained the other 2, but I will say I am noticing a theme here. Like, I love Stranger Things, don't get me wrong, but I like the more unique houses as well. I appreciate them because they had to come up with a story and things like that. I think the Yeti is based off an old 80s campy movie or maybe a 90s one, but it was still really unique to me because I haven't seen that. But my favorite so far has actually been Dueling Dragons. Because Stranger Things, I knew the story of the show, so I kind of knew what to expect. But Dueling Dragons blew me away because I have no clue. I know it's based off an extinct attraction here over near where Hogwarts is and where Hagrid's motorbike is. I know that used to be over there. And they had it themed to a Harry Potter attraction for like a hot minute. Then they took it away. It was some kind of Triwizard Cup thing. But anyway, I loved the house. It was so unique. I wish I could have brought you along with me, but sadly I'm not allowed to film inside the houses and I don't have a press pass or anything like that. I'm not big enough to do that yet, but that's okay because I still had a lot of fun. I would suggest if you want to see these videos, go look up like bigger YouTubers than me because they were allowed to come for a media day. And I haven't watched any of those yet because I wanted to be raw so I could see everything for my first time. And I'm so glad that I waited because now I get to see them for the first time and then I get to go back and watch my favorite YouTubers go in the houses and have fun. And I'm not spoiled. So right now I'm just waiting for the opening ceremonies as they call it. And I'm actually going to stand here and try to watch it and see what it's all about. And then I'm just going to continue going in more houses. This is so fun. The party hasn't even started yet and I've already done so much. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I just filmed the opening ceremonies from afar. I couldn't hear anything that was going on, but I wanted to show you I think I zoomed in enough, but the mass of people that are outside the gates waiting to come in is crazy. So since there's that many people coming, I'm going to make my way now over to the Last of Us house because I just want to do that so badly and get that out of the way, and I want to get in there before all those people do. So I'm on my way to the Last of Us house right now.
In giving me what I so crave. Immortality!
We do have these stanchions that explain where you should go, so we're going to Last of Us, so we're going to the left. By the way, while we go to the Last of Us house, I forgot to mention, I have a brand new microphone that I am using right now. So I'm trying to play with it and see how it works. So I hope it's working good right now. I do like using a microphone a lot. It took me a minute to get used to the big puffiness. I'll show you what it looks like, but I'm very happy with it so far. And I hope it sounds good, and I hope there's a way I can like tune out the background noise. Alright, so the Last of Us entrance is all the way to the park near the Men in Black ride. Ugh, I finally took like a second to breathe. I've been going since I got here, and I just needed like a minute to sit down and drink something cold, and I'm so thirsty, so I stopped by the SpongeBob's Kid Pizza Zone area to get some pizza fries, which I'm about to try out. They look and smell really good. I've heard about these for years, so I'm going to give them a try and see how they taste. The Last of Us house, I loved it. It was so much fun. It's like the video game and not the TV show. Full disclosure, never played the video game, never had it on PlayStation. I never had a PlayStation 5 or 4 to play it on, so I didn't get to play that, but I know the show. I watched the show, I fell in love with the show. It's one of my favorite shows in the universes that I've ever watched, going in blind completely. But I heard a lot of the people who loved the game say that the story is really, really good in the game. So I went in completely blind and I fell in love with the whole universe. It's terrifying, but it's awesome. So the clicker scared me, and the house was a lot like the game, but it's also kind of like the show. So like, well, best of both worlds. You know, if you never played the game, you'll get it, and if you've seen the show, if you play both, you'll probably pick out more Easter eggs than I will. But it was really, really cool and fun. And the clickers freaked me out a little bit just because the idea of the fungus scares me still, because it's a real thing, so that freaks me out. But I loved it, and it was really fun. So yeah, I just needed a minute to breathe. This is so awesome, you guys. It is only 7:04, and I've done 4 houses already. I am just so blown away. I can't believe that I've already done that many. And I'm over by the Universal Unmasked, so I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to go on that one, because that is also on my must-do list. But stay and Scream with the Express Pass, totally worth it. It works. Alright, pizza fries time. It was so hot when I picked this plate up. When they gave it to me, it almost burnt me. Wow, that's really good. I wasn't sure how I'd like it. I love it. It tastes delicious. Over by Kid Zone's Pizza is a lot of different tables near where you can get the pizza fries, and I will say this is a nice place to relax. If you got overstimulated by anything over here, this is kind of a quiet zone. You can hear Scare Zone a little bit on the other side of this sound stage behind me, but that's it. It's really quiet over here, and it felt really nice to just sit and relax. So now that I've recharged and I've eaten, it's time for more houses. I'm going to go into Unmasked since I'm standing right next to it. It's Universal Studios Unmasked, and what they do is they like unmask the classic villains. I'm not sure which classic villains they're doing, if they're doing all or just a few, but I'm very excited to check it out. I'm going to go do that, and then I'll give you a rundown of it, and then we're going to go check out some scare zones, because I haven't seen very many of them, and it's getting dark right now, so the lighting is coming on, and I bet you they're going to be 10 times better in the dark. So Unmasked, then Scare Zones. Okay, Universal Unmasked was so much fun. They had the Phantom of the Opera in there, and I love the Phantom of the Opera. For those of you who don't know, the Phantom of the Opera was a classic silent movie that was made, like a classic horror movie, and then it got turned into the Phantom of the Opera play, Broadway play, and then a movie for that. So it's actually really old. I think it came out in like the 1920s or something like that, or sometime around there, or maybe 30s. I will let you know down at the bottom, but it was definitely a silent picture when it came out, and I just think there's something so classic about it, and I'm so glad that they did that. The Invisible Man was also in there too, and then I'm not sure who else was in there. I got a little confused at some point who the monsters were supposed to be, but I definitely know the Invisible Man was in there and Phantom of the Opera because they did a whole thing on that. So it was really, really cool. I wish I could have brought you along, but it was definitely awesome. 5 houses down, 5 to go, and it's only $7.56. So I totally can do this. I'm trying to go in every house tonight, so I think I can do that. As you can see, it's officially dark now. Even when I went into the unmasked maze, it was still a little light out, but now it's officially dark. So there's a scare zone right around the corner, and I went through it briefly when it was light out, but it looks super cool at night, so we're gonna go take a peek at that. And then I want to go back over to where The Last of Us was, because there's another house that I want to hit up at the back of the park, and then I'll make my way forward for the rest of the night. If you're new here and you've never been, prepare for a ton of walking. I mean a ton. And really long lines. The scare zones are in the old backlot area where they used to make movies and shows and stuff like that. So they're really far back behind because they used to actually have, you know, everything. I think they still use them occasionally, but they used to be a real working movie set back there. So the sound stages are pretty far away from the actual parks where the day guests go. And especially for The Last of Us and the Universal Unmasked, oh my gosh. I just timed myself to come from the back. It was a 10-minute walk. Yeah, I know, crazy. And there were some slower people in front of me, which probably slowed that down, added a couple more minutes, but still, that's crazy. And all that 10-minute walk on the way back is a line to get in. Like, you're going past the line that's going the other direction. So, especially The Last of Us. I have some footage of that. It was insane. I could not believe I booked it when the gates first opened. I saw the line stretch all the way back to the city walk through the doors, and I'm like, no. And I just booked it as fast as I could back there to go on it before that madness got there. And I'm curious to see what the wait time is now. So we're gonna go check out the wait time for that while I'm there, because the next one I'm going to go on is over there in that same area. Wow, this looks so cool at night.
My search for antidote glowing skull souls has led me here into the depths of this jungle. It is said that those who harness the power of the skull possess the ability. The twisting of nature is but a first step toward becoming the most powerful being in this universe and beyond. Much is over. I feel the power of the glowing skull of souls surging through my veins and giving me what I so crave. Immortality! Here is where my search for power and immortality begins. The twisting of nature is but the first step towards becoming the most powerful being in this universe and beyond.
Okay, The Last of Us is only 75 minutes. It's not as long as I was expecting it to be. However, I have heard in the past that sometimes these wait times can be wrong, but the line when I was back there for Unmasked and I looked over at it looked insane. Okay, another house down, so I was wrong. The theme of that house was actually, I vaguely remember it, and I'm going to insert what the theme is. I'm getting tired and I can't remember things. And I listened to that podcast like a month ago, or longer. So I'm starting to forget what these houses are. But it was so cool. It had like a New Orleans style element to it. Someone was selling his soul to play. I'm pretty sure it's kind of based off an urban legend, a true story or something like that. Vague. This is vague. I know I just explained what it was, but like now at times I cannot remember for the life of me what it was about. But it was so cool. It had a New Orleans element. It was scary when it needed to be, and mostly it was just really neat. I loved looking at the props. That's what I come here for. Everyone comes here to get scared. I come here to look at the prop department and the set design. And every house I've been in so far has been incredible, but that one was fun. There's another one over here, Dr. Oddfellows. He's kind of the main show. He's like supposed to be like in charge of this year's whole Halloween Horror Nights. I think I explained a little bit about him in the beginning of this vlog, but I'm about to go do his house right now. So I'm gonna go check the wait time, see how long it is, and we're gonna go check that out. Twisted Origin. He is the main part of this Halloween Horror Night, so I'm very excited to go in his house. Honored, you might say. Let's go check it out.
Witness Dr. Oddfellow's striking acts of distortion.
Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Odyssey was really, really cool. It was all spooky. They actually had a really cool element where you walk through a bunch of different like canvas, like circus tent canvas, and they had those corny stuffed animals that you can get at the carnivals. You know, they had them like all around, and you could do like, it was a little sensory, like you had to brush by them. And it was really, really cool clowns. They had the whole clown area, which is creepy for some people. Clowns do freak me out a little bit, so that was really neat. I really like that. The best thing about the Dr. Oddfellows and the other one I just did, which I'm already can't remember because my brain's tired, they are the shortest walk back that I've had out of all of the houses I've been on. All the other ones, you have to walk really, really far, like some of them even 10 minutes, like the Last of Us house. and the Unmasked house, that walk is a long time. You're hoofing it. But these ones were a lot quicker to come back. Now I've only got 3 houses left. I'm gonna go While it is super crowded, you can find places where it's a little bit quieter. Like right here, there's an avenue in New York right now. There's almost nobody here. There is a scare zone around the corner, but it's so nice to just be quiet for just a second. Even though I can still hear the copyrighted music, so I'm going to talk really fast over it, but still, you can find areas to like calm down, and like if you get sensory overload, you can find areas to chill during Halloween Horror Nights, which is really nice. There is a ton of copyrighted music over here, so I'm probably going to copyright strike, but I'm about to go into Chucky's house. I've never really seen those movies. I watched them once when I was like little, I think in a sleepover, and it kind of freaked me out, but I haven't revisited them as an adult. So this is going to be interesting. So I'm about to go into Chucky's Ultimate Kill. It's got a 70-minute wait, and I have Express, so I'll time myself and see how long this one actually takes. The Chucky's house was way better than I thought it was going to be. They had a bunch of little animatronic Chucky's jumping out at you from his boxes, from above. They had one like come down at you. It was really cool. I actually really liked it. Being as I'm not a Chucky fan, I've never grew up watching it or anything, and I've never really given it a try as an adult. I didn't know what to expect. This is a major spoiler alert. I mentioned I'm going to do spoilers, but this one's a big one. There's a moment where you think the house is over, because some of the houses are a little bit shorter than others. So there's a moment where you think it's done, and they trick you, and it's not, and you keep going. It was actually one of the longer houses out of all of them. I was really pleasantly surprised by the Chucky house. I'm very shocked. I actually really liked it. It had a lot of special effects and props, and it was just really well done. I only have 2 more houses left, and it is 10:55, and the crowd over here has died down a little bit, so it's time to go. I don't know which one I'm going to find first. I think Exorcist is right behind me, so I'm going to go on that one, and then I have one more, and let me see, what do I have left? I've been marking them down in my notes and checking them off as I go. I have Exorcist Believer and Bleed for the Blood Moon, so those are the last 2 houses I have. My goal was to do all the houses. I've seen a lot of this. I've seen all the scare zones. They're really cool. So 2 more left, and then I'm done for the night. I am so ready for this. Let's go check them out. I just got out of the Exorcist house. It was really good, actually. I know it has to do with the new Exorcist movie, but I think it's Exorcist Believer is what it's called. There's a new one that just came out, but I've heard mixed reviews on it. Again, I haven't seen it. It just came out in theaters, I think, like a week ago or something like that. Or maybe it's not even out yet. I can't remember. Maybe it's not out yet. I know they pushed it or they moved it because of the Taylor Swift movie that was coming out. I did hear about that. But anyway, I haven't seen it yet. But it is fun because the house began before the movie came out anyway, so it was kind of like a trailer for the movie, which is kind of fun, like a living trailer, so that was pretty cool. I think I got the gist of the story. It looked like two girls go missing on a camping trip and they get possessed by a demon. I don't know if it's connected to the original from the 80s. I have no idea if it's like that demon that came back or if it's just the story over with a different version of what happened. But anyway, it was really good. And then I only have one more house left, so I'm gonna go over and do it. The last house I have left is Blood Moon Dark Offering, so I'm gonna go on that. I'm gonna walk through that, I'll tell you all about it, and then I think I'm done for the night. I did all the scare zones, I did all the houses, and I had a lot of fun. So let's go do the last house on the checklist. Spooky vibes. All right, I'm about to go through the last scare zone here, and then I'm going to go into the last house on this side. I did a full loop of the park, actually. I went all the way around, and now I'm finishing off in the front. I really enjoyed Bleed for the Blood Moon. It was very cool. It had this element where it made you think you were outside, and there was like a creepy little village. I think it's supposed to be like a cult or something. Again, I don't know everything behind the houses. I listened to that podcast so long ago, and I was so busy before I came down here. I didn't have time to like study up on all the houses and the lore, but it was still really cool. It was one of my favorite ones, actually. I think the more unique ones, like the ones that don't have as much IP or any IP, are very creative and fun, and they're different because you don't know what to expect, and they can really wow you. So this one definitely did. I loved all of the set designs and the way that made you think you were outside, but you were in a big sound stage. It was very cool, very Hollywood. It was a perfect way to cap off my night. Thank you guys so much for coming with me to Halloween Horror Nights for my first time ever. I had so much fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed my first time reaction to it all. I tried my best to film everything. I probably missed some stuff, like first timer. I learned a ton of tips and tricks while I was there though. The only bummer thing I would say is the food. I had a hard time finding food that I liked, but I am a picky eater, so that could be on me. I'm a picky eater, so a lot of the food just didn't look good to me. But that didn't even faze me because I had so much fun. I didn't care. Like I probably could have went to like different restaurants and tried different things, but I decided not to because I was just going the whole time. And I'm fine. Like I feel fine. I'm not starving at the end of the night. It is 12:45 right now, and I did everything that I wanted to do. I did not hit up any of the shows. I knew this time I wanted to just do houses. That was my goal, and the scare zones, and I did. And it was so fun. And I just had the best time ever. I was surrounded by people who also loved horror, classic horror movies, you know, scary movies, things like that. It was so nice to be with like-minded people. I don't have like people to come with me places a lot, so it's hard to find like people that like the same things I do, so it was really, really nice to be around that. So I had a blast, and I hope that I did a good job filming and showing you guys what to expect if you ever come to Halloween Horror Nights. The express pass was worth it. I think I got to do all 10 houses. I didn't have to wait. The longest wait was for Dr. Oddfellow's Twisted Origins. I think there was a shift change, so they took like an extra 15 minutes to switch the team members out, and then they had to reset the scenes. So I think that was the only one that took the longest. Other than that, I didn't wait any more than about 20 minutes was the longest I had to wait. It was so good. I had so much fun. Stay and scream. Do it if you can. It's totally worth it. I'm an annual pass holder, so I went in and then I just stayed and screamed, and I had a blast. Thank you all so much for coming with me. I am not done yet. Tomorrow I have Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party. I'm going to be tired, but it's going to be worth it. I'm very excited for that as well. So tonight was like adult goriness, and tomorrow is going to be lighthearted, spooky fun. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the next day I'm going to go to Universal just to chill and hang out and go to Islands of Adventure and go on some coasters. I'm not sure 100% if I'm going to film. I'm pretty tired. I might just spend the day with my family, but if I do film, I will see you then too. So tomorrow is Mickey's. So thank you guys so much for coming with me. I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos that I will be making in the future. Again, thank you all so much for watching Travel Spin, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay spooky, everybody. Bye!